Ah, my knee. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's quite awesome. What else you got there?
Low-key.
Loki?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I think it got back in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Loki, good guy, you know?
Low-key's crazy.
Yeah,
This is a shoot interview, right? I'm friendly with Low-key.
Yeah, he's crazy, though.
I'll tell him to his face. He's crazy. He's absolutely crazy. Goes to ridiculous lengths to, to keep kayfabe and stuff like that. And I applaud that. I do the same thing. But, I mean, if you're going to do an internet interview, it's the internet. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But basically, the first time I ever really hung out with Low-key, it was me, Daniels, Cabana, Sandman, and Low-key. And we went out to some nightclub in Pittsburgh. And the big hot song at the time was, what's that song? North Carolina. Take your shirt off, twist it around your head like a helicopter.
Yeah.
Right. So that song came on in the club, and I watched and giggled as Low-key struggled to take his T-shirt off, and I just held it, but he didn't know I was holding it. So the whole time Low-key's on the dance floor, the entire song, trying to get his shirt off. Now, but Low-key's a great guy, aside from squatting furniture and hulking up before his matches. Low-key's very intense. He takes his business very, very seriously. So that's a plus.
Mm-hmm.
But he's crazy. He's just crazy.
Colt Cabana.
He's crazy too.
Yeah, he's wacky.
But in a completely different way. Cabana is the funniest guy I probably know. Loves comedy and joking around. But I also think people. He's a very underrated wrestler. But, his entire life is like just one big joke, he's constantly screwing off. I got 1,000,001 Cabana stories, because he's pretty much the guy I broke in with. He started training maybe 6 months after I did at Domain, and at Steel Domain in Chicago, and I always remember, I got a horrible memory, but I always remember the first day. Cabana was in there, and he's wearing a Doug Collins basketball camp T-shirt, and I looked at him and I was like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm Scott." "Who are you?" I'm like, "I'm Punk." He's like, "Oh, cool. Nice to meet you." And he's like the first guy I ever clicked with, So me and him would always pair up and do spots and just work on stuff. And, we traveled up and down the roads together and, came to Ring of Honor together. And, we're in the Second City Saints together. And
he's also one of the most frugal people I've ever met in my life. Little known fact.
What are you saying?
Little known fact about Cabana. Yeah, little known my ass. Yeah, so I've known Cabana. He's wacky. Yeah, there's 200 million stories.
He's the master of gimmicks.
Master of gimmicks, man. Master of gimmicks. If you're working a non-ROH, if Cabana's on a non-ROH show or maybe a smaller indie show out there, I want you to go visit Cabana's gimmick table and just witness the lengths that he will go to make money in his pro wrestling.
Yes.
Including going down to Tijuana. And ladies and gentlemen, if you ever bought a mask from Colt Cabana, I want you to know that he paid $1 for 60 Max off the street corner in TJ. $1! And then turned around and sold it to you for upwards of $35. Sorry, is that camera? You're fucking with me, these cameras. It's that one.
Far right.
So Colt Cabana sold you a mask. The mask you're wearing right now, because if you bought that mask, I swear to God, you had better bought this shoot. He bought that mask for $1 off a very impoverished Mexican woman on the street corner outside of Arena Tijuana. Sold it to you for $35. And Colt Cabana, God bless you for doing so, sir. But I just want you people to know. I'm going to put my finger away now.
Colt Cabana may or may not also be the master of ganking.
Yes.
Which is our cute little word for... it basically originated when, you're doing indie shows for like the first year and you're not guaranteed a whole lot of pay, and then you even get stiffed on that pay, or you don't get the transits promised to you. You, basically because you hate this promoter now, try to steal anything and everything that is not tied or nailed down. We've done road trips. My big thing is when we would do shows in bars, I would always take the beer tap thing. Always. I had a box full of them. I didn't know what to do with them. When I moved, I threw them all out. Cabana's big thing is, since he's probably the laziest man on earth, constantly taking like there's napkins or plastic forks, spoons, bowls, cups, anything.
He does not have a pair of metal silverware.
He's loading his bag. He's loading his car. He's doing everything. And then he'll call you all excited. Man, I worked this show last night. Yeah? How many people? Who fucking cares, man? I got this big thing of Solo cups. I don't got to wash cups for like 3 months. Like, and he has the dirtiest apartment since me and Ace Steele lived together. The dirtiest apartment. I walk in there and there's like, you know, obviously the Telltale pizza boxes and stuff like that, but just really weird stuff like his bloody singlet, like hanging up, like as if it's on display. There's a squat rack in his apartment
for no reason.
His roommate Kip one day calls him up and goes, "Hey, when you go home, don't get mad." He's like, "I got the squat rack for real cheap. It was a deal. I couldn't pass it up." So he's just sitting in the middle of the apartment. You just wait and everything, and like every once in a while, it's like prison, you know. You just sit there and you're just hanging out, you're watching TV, do some sets, you know, like whatever. It's pretty ridiculous. And Cabana also has the best parents too. I remember one time, his dad's a salesman, which is probably where Cabana gets a lot of his carnyisms from.
But the best part is he sells clothes for P. Diddy's Sean John collection, as well as FUBU and all your major Urban Outfitters. So he's always real flossy when I can see him.
Yes. His attire doesn't match his demeanor, but it's pretty funny. So I was over at Cabana's house one time. We were going to a show, and he's like, wait, come here. And he calls me up the stairs. He's like, shh, my dad's sleeping. And then we get to the head of the stairs, and he points directly to the right, and I look over, and his dad is just cashed out, because this relates to Colt Cabana, because this is going to be him in 20 years. His dad is cashed out on his bed, butt naked except for a throw pillow over his unmentionables, just snoring. And I'm looking at it, and I look at him, and like I can't yell, I can't be like, "Yo, what the?" So we gotta like go out of the house. We're down the block, and I'm like, "Why would you show me your naked dad?" Like, what? He's like, "I thought it was funny," you know. And that's Colt Cabana in a nutshell, you know. There's been plenty of times he's cheered me up, and you know he's been there as much as Daniels has, and. You know,
he's a giant fart joke.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I remember one time somebody, Danny Dominion, Ace Steele, and Adam Pearce were going to rib Cabana. And they were probably going to rib me, too. I just happened to, like, be at the right place at the right time. So Cabana's, you know, in the other room, like, getting his stuff, and I'm in the room with the vets, and I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go, let's go. Let's rib Cabana, because they had his jacket in the room. So their big rib, which is really kind of disgusting,
it's a Pierce rib.
Yeah, it's Adam Pearce. Is to like wipe their ass and like put the toilet paper in the pocket. Well, you know, like Ace wipes his ass and it's just like ass sweat. Ace ain't gross, you know. Like Dominion, same thing. Pierce like wipes his ass, comes up with like a fucking handful of shitty toilet paper. Like, Pierce, what's wrong with you? Like walking around with this shitty ass. And then stuffs it in Cabana's pocket, and I'm like, oh God. Like, that's grounds for a beating, you know? I mean, you know, you stick your hand in your pocket and you come up with somebody else's feces on your hand, man. That's, you know, but Cabana rolled with the punches, man, you know? And I'm sure he got Pierce back like tenfold doing something, you know? What about Cabana making crank phone calls?
Oh, that's the best. Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Wade Keller, if you ever got a phone call from in the middle of the night with somebody claiming that he knew about the return of the junkyard dog.
I know when JYD's coming back. And Scoop, this just in. Who was it? Nick Bockwinkel has old balls.
So Wade Keller, if you're out there wondering who called you at, I don't know, 4 in the morning and decided to leave you all these scoops on your...
It wasn't me. It was called Cabana. Cabana's awesome.
Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero.
Well, I already kind of told you a good Rocky story.
Yeah.
But there's plenty more Rick Noon stories, I think.
Okay, for those of you who don't know about the legend of Rick Noon, if you haven't visited smojo.com or seen my live journal and read the accolades of Rick Noon is a man who is just a god among men. I mean, he only comes out, he's an extension of Ricky Reyes, but he only comes out after